Hi 4320 peeps, Chuck Etheridge here to give you a quick lesson in how to do peer review. So here we are on our course homepage, and we're in week 2, and our assignments this week are to peer review each other's work from last time. So we click here. First thing we do would be we would watch the video, and then you click on peer review. And I won't read this out loud, but basically these are a set of criteria that we've talked about that you have that a good memo should do. So then we look at our classmates' memo. Now this looks like exactly the same link where you posted it in the first place. That's the deliberate. There was no way for me to reformat. This is where you posted it before. So if you click on it, you will go and you'll see a bunch of memos are written by your classmates. So I am just going to call Kamisha's up just because I called her up. And I click on this and I get her memo. Now I click on meeting memo and it opens as a Word document. Now here's her document, and pardon me, it jumped over to that other screen there. And then what I will do is I will reply, and this gives me a place to look at it. Now I'm going to look at Kamisha's document, and let's say, to all workforce solutions staff from Kamisha Gross, Center Lead, subject mandatory meeting for choices, guidelines for child care changes, August 27th, 1916. This is pretty good. Now, I could do two things, and I'll probably do both things. I'll say, Kamisha, this is pretty good. You use formatting effectively to communicate. I made some tinkering changes. And what I mean by that is, like I said, this is just really editorial stuff. But just because, so things are a little bit easier to read, I would just tab these out. Nothing I would count for on a grade, but just make sure that they all came out on the same line and are easy to follow. So there will be a mandatory meeting for all workforce staff, solution staff, to attend on Wednesday, August 31st, 2016, 9:30 a.m. in Conference Room 3. We will go over choices, guidelines, child care changes that will go into effect starting Tuesday, September 6, 2016. That's pretty darn good. What does it do? Let's specific addressees, all staff members know what they've got to do. We've got to come to a meeting at this place, at this time, in this location, for this reason. That does pretty much everything it needs to do. Then it goes on, check your email for the updated changes. The Choices Child Care Handbook has been sent, tiny editorial thing, sent to everyone with the new changes. I would say go over, or maybe please go over changes before the meeting and print out the new handbook. And bring it to the meeting. Please notify me if you've not received the email of the handbook. I might have phrased a few things differently just in terms of words, but as a memo, it does what it needs to do. So I'm going to do two things because I did make some minor changes. I'll save this to, in this case, my desktop. And I'll just change it to Kamisha. And, oh, I misspelled Kamisha in the title, I'm sorry. But, or in my subline. But I will essentially write what it said. Your email does what an effective piece of workplace communication should. Okay. Workplace communication should. Lets the reader know exactly what she or he needs to do. Go to a meeting at a specific time, place, and time, date, and location for a specific purpose. I'm just typing terribly today. You then go on to tell the recipients how to prepare for the meeting. This is good work. Okay, so then what I would do is I would, I've got my feedback. I would also attach my comments to her, and then I'd submit them to her, so Kamisha will get my written feedback, and then she'll also get the draft that I wrote with suggestions to help her improve. Basically, that's how you do peer review. You take the criteria, this is what the writing is supposed to do, you apply it to the writing, and let the reader know how well she did or didn't do. And remember, you want to be specific, you want to be critical, and that you want to apply the criteria, and you want to react as a reader. So that's how you do it. Appreciate your time today. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.